Caitlin Clark has landed her first speaking gig of the offseason. Guys, for this one here, we got...
So Caitlin Clark is doing her yearly press tour, as in like, not even yearly press tour, yearly talk tour, where she just goes and she starts talking. She does plenty of talks. She will talk wherever is deemed necessary, and what we will see from Caitlin Clark is a lot of speaking.
Wow, just when you think Caitlin Clark couldn't shock the WNBA more, she goes and does it again. Rumor has it she's scored a massive off-season speaking deal, raking in an eye-popping $400K to $500K for just a single appearance. Yes, you read that correctly, $500,000 for 1 hour on stage. And that's just the beginning. With a full nationwide tour now on the books, her total earnings could potentially soar to nearly $50 million by the end of the offseason. Naturally, as soon as this news hit, the fan base went into overdrive, and Angel Reese's reaction didn't go unnoticed. The idea of Caitlin cashing in big while everyone else is grinding in practice has stirred up quite the conversation. So, let's break it down. Why is the internet losing it over Caitlin Clark's latest move? And what does this mean for the dynamics inside the WNBA? Strap in, because this story is blowing up fast, and Angel Reese is right at the center of the storm.
I was making $3.1 million a year in college. What are you talking about? He's like, yo, don't act like you're doing me a favor. First of all, Ice Cube and them offered me $5 million for 10 weeks. I told them no, then they came back for $15 million. Me, what I would have been doing. I would have grabbed that and waited till next year. I'm trying to bring awareness to women's basketball, taking a wild pay cut. When you think about, let's just say $5 million for 10 weeks, $78,000 for a whole WNBA season, or $15 million for 10 weeks. The is the commissioner talking about? This is, what year you think this is? I was making 3.1 in college. I got a $28 million deal with Nike. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Secondly, I don't know this for a fact because I haven't done the due diligence on this, but I can imagine how the ratings dropped since Caitlin Clark has been hurt. Because she was hurt the last month or two or however long it was before the season. I was even upset because the Fever actually made it to the semifinals and Caitlin Clark wasn't playing. Imagine this murder. Now, mind you, this is her second year. Mm-hmm. Her team makes it to the semifinals. What them ratings would have been. Yeah. Did you know that? But I'm saying, not even being funny, did you know the Fever was in the semifinals?
No.
Exactly, but I bet
Caitlin wasn't playing.
Exactly. If Caitlin was playing, you would have known that the Fever was in the semifinals. So, yo, I would be like, yo, if I'm Caitlin Clark, yo, you need to come see me.
Yeah. She actually make the league hot. As much as people like to argue about it, she's what's bringing the eyeballs. I know that people are gonna hate that take, but it's the truth. It's like she's bringing the viewers along with everybody else, but they're coming to see her either win or fail, and that's what's bringing motivating a lot of the interest.
Just want to add a stat really quick to back up what you guys are saying. So it was reported that the WNBA viewership went down 55% since her injury, and even for the Fever's national TV games, it was at 1.8 million average viewers, and it went down to about 850,000. So
so you can feel how you want to feel about her. You can feel how you want to feel.
Listen, 55% is massive. Caitlin Clark's offseason is in a league of its own, completely unlike anyone else in the WNBA. While most players are either taking a breather, grinding it out in the gym, or chasing overseas contracts just to stay afloat, Caitlin is playing a whole different game. She's speaking, literally. The biggest name in women's basketball right now doesn't need to risk injury overseas for extra income. She simply steps onto the stage, shares her story, and walks away with more money than half the league combined. Her next event is set for Jacksonville, and this isn't some tiny college auditorium. We're talking red carpet, top-tier production vibes. Basic tickets go for around $150, but if you're chasing that VIP treatment, brace yourself, $4,500 for one night. And yes, that's just a single evening. Caitlin's off-season hustle is rewriting the playbook.
Conversations last off-season was Caitlin Clark $100,000 an hour speaking gigs. Well, I'm here to tell you she is not taking long getting back to work, raking in the cash because she has...
But what do you actually get for shelling out that kind of cash? You get an up-close experience with Caitlin herself. You can take photos, maybe even sit at a dinner table as she opens up about her journey. Imagine hearing how her dad once painted a three-point line right on their driveway so she could practice her shot. And this isn't some exaggeration or storybook detail. It's a real, pivotal moment in her life. Believe it or not, people are willing to pay thousands just to hear that story firsthand. Think about it. Caitlyn could deliver that same speech multiple times this month and rake in millions, all without stepping foot on a basketball court. That's next level offseason hustle.
It look like Caitlin Clark is headed to Long Island Association, bro. So it stated Long Island Association joined the Long Island Association's president and CEO, Matt Cohen, moderates a special conversation with Caitlin Clark discussing her record-breaking performances, impact, and cultural influence on October the 29th at 10:30 to 12:30 in New York.
That's why everyone's dubbing it the Caitlin Clark money. Glitch. She's discovered a way to earn more in a single night than most of her peers make in an entire season. To put it in perspective, the average WNBA salary hovers around $120,000. Even superstar names like A'ja Wilson and Breanna Stewart pull in about $250,000 in base pay. Caitlyn? She doubles that just by speaking for an hour. Unsurprisingly, Angel Reese's name started trending the second this news dropped. Fans noticed she liked some posts hinting at the situation. One went viral saying, "Some players get fouled for free, others get paid for talking." Another post showed Angel commenting about media treatment for certain players. Screenshots spread like wildfire, and naturally, people began connecting the dots, wondering if Angel was subtly shading Caitlyn. And honestly, it makes sense. While Caitlyn is living a superstar lifestyle, Angel has been grinding nonstop, signing endorsements, building her brand, staying in front of cameras, all while trying to maintain relevance. Yet the gap between them keeps widening. Caitlyn has transformed from a basketball player into a global brand, landing deals with Nike, Gatorade, State Farm, Bose, you name it, and now adding hundreds of thousands from speaking events. But here's what really blows minds. Fans aren't paying just for her skills on the court, they're paying for the cultural phenomenon she's become. Caitlyn represents a turning point where women's basketball finally captured mainstream attention. Her name alone sells out arenas, boosts TV ratings higher than some NBA preseason games, and turns speaking gigs into multi-million-dollar opportunities. If she shows up, the event sells out, period. Still, it's not all smooth sailing. Angel Reese, outspoken as ever, probably feels like she's watching someone else thrive at the table she helped set. Their LSU-Iowa rivalry put both women on the map, creating a cultural moment where Caitlyn made history and Angel made headlines. Since then, Caitlyn's trajectory has skyrocketed, while Angel's growth, though steady, hasn't matched that meteoric rise. This fuels frustration. Angel sees Caitlyn getting rewarded not just for talent, but for image, marketability, and the America's Sweetheart label, while she herself fights for respect, repeatedly being cast as the villain. Double standards persist. Caitlyn's passion is praised, Angel's is labeled as emotional. Caitlyn's confidence admired, Angel's called arrogance. And the $50 million offseason just poured gasoline on that fire. At the end of the day, Caitlin Clark is making more money talking about basketball than Angel Reese might ever make playing it. It's not about jealousy, it's about fairness. The system prioritizes marketability over skill, and Angel sees it happening in real time. But Caitlyn isn't breaking rules. She's simply playing smarter than anyone else. If someone offered you $500,000 for 1 hour, wouldn't you take it too? Caitlyn knows her value and doesn't wait for the WNBA to catch up. She's taking it directly from the public. Every appearance, every quote, every sponsorship is part of a carefully crafted strategy. While Angel might throw shade online, Caitlyn is collecting checks, building her brand, and proving the lesson many athletes take decades to learn. The real money isn't just in playing the game, it's in being bigger than the game itself. And now that we've dissected Caitlyn's money machine, it's time to look at what this means for the WNBA. Her $50 million offseason is more than just a number. It's a mirror showing just how unbalanced the league is when it comes to fame, money, and influence. Historically, the WNBA has struggled financially, with most players earning far less than male counterparts. For years, the league's excuse was that it wasn't profitable yet. Caitlyn proves otherwise. One player can generate millions independently. When she plays, ratings soar. When she talks, tickets sell out. When she signs deals, brands throw money around. For players like Angel Reese, A'ja Wilson, and others grinding for years, it's a sharp contrast. One player becomes the face of the league, the brand, and the revenue stream all at once. It's easy for some to dismiss Angel as jealous, but it's more nuanced. She doesn't hate Caitlyn. She resents how the system repeatedly rewards one type of player, with media amplifying her every move while others, players who were pivotal in the sport's growth, get less coverage, fewer deals, and minimal protection. When Caitlyn gets fouled, fans rally. When Angel gets fouled, it's dismissed as routine. Skill isn't the issue, it's narrative.